What's up, guys? Come. You can see I'm running $23,000 on gold, guys. This was the setup, guys. It was a very simple setup. I gave it to my community too. You can see this was the outlook. You can see the outlook, and this was the signal, guys. Everybody ate. You can see when you hit full take profit, guys. You can see we smashed full take profit, guys. So let me show you guys how to go to make this. Let's go. You can see we closed $41,000 profit, guys. It's crazy. I'm going to be teaching you guys how we did that. All right, guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, just share, guys. So today I'm going to teach you guys how I was able to make the $14,000. It was just a simple trade, guys, a very simple trade, guys. And I'm going to be teaching you guys two things. I'm going to be teaching you guys trend line, break and retest, let's say three. And we're going to also be teaching you guys support and resistance, right? But when I use the horizontal line, I call them turning point, but the same as support and resistance. All right, so let's start with the trend line. So I had this bearish trend line, right? So you can see, why is it a trend line? A valid trend line has two or more touches, right? And you can see I have more than two touches. I got a touch here, I got a touch here, another touch here. You can see anytime price gets to this level, it reacts, right? But I can see as it was reacting, the momentum of price, anytime it touches the trend line, was just dying, you understand? So I just knew price had to break this trend line, right? So we got a break of the trend line here. And I told you guys, never trade a break until you get what? The retest, right? So we got a retest, price retesting this trend line, this bearish trend line, right? And you can also see I had a bullish trend line. What makes a trend line valid? When it has two or more touches. So already these two touches have told me price is actually bullish, right? Then I had another third touch here and another fourth touch here, right? And this fourth touch was what? The retest of this break trend line. So you can see how solid this trade was, right? Let me show you what was more amazing about this trade. Now I had my turning point. I told you the turning points are also are the same as the support and resistance, right? So you can see I had price reacting to this level. We got the break, then we got the retest, price moving downwards. We got price touching the level again and moving downwards. So this was one turning point, right? So you can see in the future, I used it as my take profit, right? Always put your take profit on levels or zones you think if price will reverse, right? If you put your take profit above levels like this, you realize anytime price gets your level, then it reverses. Then you be asking yourself, how does that happen? Why is it happening? Market makers are chasing me. No one is chasing you because you don't see the zones, right? So when you see the zones, you put your take profit on the zones, right? So you can see when price got to this particular zone, you can see how it's consolidating. It's telling you this is not just any level. Price is finding it very difficult to break this level. Either it's going to sell or break or retest, you realize. But because our take profit is there, it doesn't even matter. We don't even care of what price will do because that's what our take profit is, right? So you always put your take profit and your SLs on zones, right? So you can see we had this first zone, right? You can see we had another second zone here. Why did I take this zone? You can see price reacting here. You can see we got the break, we got the retest. You can see price came back to test the level. You can see we got the break. You can see price came back to this level. So price was finding this level interesting, you understand? Anytime price gets to this level, it doesn't just break the level, right? It reacts to the level, right? So that's how I got another level here. So you can see I use this level as my entry, right? We'll get back to that. Now you can see I got another level here, right? You can see price reacting to this level. You got the break, you got the retest, price moving upwards. You can see the reaction, we got the break, you can see the touches, you can see price reacting to this level, right? And finally, my bearish trend line that price broke to retest and the bullish trend line price retested, it was also on this particular level, right? When price broke, it came to retest. So you can see price was retesting my bearish trend line, my bullish trend line, and also was also retesting my zone, which is what? My support, right? Do you guys understand? So what do we do on a support? We buy on a support. So you can see this level or this entry was a very solid entry. And there's this thing I like about entries. Anytime I get an entry, that gives me this. You can see you have an X here. So it's telling you this point is a very solid point. You can see anytime you watch movies and people are looking on the map, anytime they give a cross, it means that's a target. So you can see we had this bearish trend line, we had this bullish trend line giving us like this is the target, right? And our target was also what on our support level. So you can see this level or this trade was solid, but I can see we didn't yet enter, right? We waited for price to break this our resistance zone or our level or our zone, right? Immediately price broke this level, we knew it was time to enter. You can see we entered the trade and you can see we smashed full take profit on the next zone. Realize I didn't put my zone on top of this zone because I know this zone is also an important zone, right? So instead of me putting my level here and waiting for price to reverse back, I put it on the next level. Right? So anytime you can see sometimes I give trades, anytime price hit the trade, it start reversing. This is the secret. You always put your take profit on the next zone and your SL always below the other zone, right? Always put your SL below. So you can see this zone, my SL was below the zone, right? Because if price starts breaking and it gives a retest and it starts selling, automatically I just know my bias is wrong. I don't need price to eat or take all my capital before I know that. You understand? So this was a very simple trade. We use trend lines and turning points of support and resistance. This was a very simple one, guys. You can see how we do it in the Kofi FX. We don't complicate anything, guys, and that's it. And with this simple thing, I was able to make $41,000, guys. See you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. The Kofi FX here, signing out. Bye.